November 13, 2011, we're looking at new images from space weather. Now this is on the southeast corner of the sun. It says solar forums all over the world are buzzing with sun astronomers proclaiming this to be the biggest prominence that many of them have ever witnessed. Remarkably, though, this is not the biggest thing, and I'll show you what they're talking about. Hold on. These are the newest images of the video from yesterday called the Grand Filament, and it's growing. And they're saying a dark filament of magnetism is snaking more than halfway around the entire sun. From end to end, it stretches more than 1 million kilometers and about 3 times the distance between Earth and the Moon. If the filament becomes unstable, as solar filaments are prone to do, it could collapse and hit the stellar surface below, triggering a Hyder flare. We talked about this yesterday. No one can say if the eruption of such a sprawling structure would be Earth-directed. But this is a huge filament. Hold on. These are the latest SOHO images. We had looked at this filament yesterday called the Grand Filament, and you can see it is becoming more Earth-directed. One or two things can happen. They say this thing can lash out into space, or a sudden collapse could fall back into the sun and cause a long-lasting flare that could last for hours, not just a sudden burst of minutes, but hours. But again, this is Earth-facing direction, and we got to watch this thing. No one's ever seen anything quite like this. Now we're keeping our eyes on our satellite that's coming down, the Phobos Grunt. This is the sat tracker right there. Come down here, click there. It's going to bring you to your page. Make sure you're on Phobos Grunt. Here's your altitude in miles, 213. It's been varying between 216 height and 138 low. So we're keeping an eye on that. You're about to approach New Zealand. The altitude is rising at 214.15. So that's an update on that again. Now back on our website, talking about our shortwave radios, I would like to ask everybody across the world that has a shortwave base station that can transmit to please come to our comment section and leave us your frequency and the time of days that you transmit. We're going to put together a list so that people that are getting these radios can start tuning them in and finding out where you are in case we have a grid loss from anywhere from a falling satellite to bad weather to one of these grand filaments whooping out there and knocking our power grid back 100 years. But this would be our ways of transmitting. So you guys send that and let us, before we lose grid, let us start practicing and tuning in and finding you guys. We here at Mr. Comet Watch are working on getting our base station built, and we've added some transmitters to this site. As you notice, you're not just limited to receiving. You can, by getting your license, transmit also, and that way you could relay, and it would be, like we said earlier, the new internet. But again, you guys that have the station set up, send me your frequencies, and I want to post them. We're going to do a video on it. We're going to build a log where people can go in and find you. But we need to get that set up before we have to scramble and it's too late. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.